Hey guys, it's Yucateco again for the last tutorial of the night, and we're gonna do a simpler move. I'm gonna teach you guys how to flail. Different team members in our group, like Flail Hakila, he's gonna teach you the double flail. He likes double flail. I think Crack's gonna teach you like individual. I'm not quite too sure, but I'm gonna teach you like the weaving in flail, or like the fry flail. I like to call it the fry flail. So you can look up his tutorial, see if it helps you. But I kind of learned from him, and I learned from Blitzen. So I'm gonna kind of mash it into one tutorial. So what I learned, I like doing wrist flails. I don't know, it's just easier and it doesn't have to exert so much force, like waving your whole arm. So what I like doing, I start out just practice the motion. Practice this motion. Like you gotta be good at whiffs. You have to be good at like wrist strength, so you can turn it, like do a billion of them. I like doing a lot, as you can tell in my previous shows. So what I learned to do, more of the blitzing technique. So once you get boomerang whips down, what I learned and what she taught was to do a boomerang whip as you normally would, and just double it, and do that double it until you feel comfortable with that motion. And what you do after that, you basically unhinge your thumbs. So kind of do that flinging motion, but without actually flinging your hand, you know. So with the boomerang whip, you're actually flinging your thumb. See how you fling that flinging motion? So do that same motion, but don't hinge it on anything. So leave it straight on your hand, on the like concept of throwing your hand. Don't actually throw your hand. And so once you got that, just do boomerang. And that basically turns into a flail. So once you get comfortable with that, you start interweaving it, and it gets a lot easier to do. So there's a bunch of other ways you could do it. The way I kind of made up was to just whip it like this, like do like an outer whip and an inner whip, outer inner, outer inner, outer inner. So that's basically the same motion that you're going to be doing. See, flails and my way of teaching it. See, so it's basically the same motion. So once you get comfortable with this, this is a lot easier to learn if you want to intertwine your hands a lot more. The Blitzen way and the fry way is more for technique of actually spinning your hand and throwing it at the right moment. I feel like this is a lot easier to learn if you're just trying to learn how to intertwine your hands, because it gets a lot harder and your hands start getting stuck all over the place, and that's not good, obviously. So I like learning both. When I learned it, I learned both ways. So I started out doing whips like this, like my technique, and so once I got that down, it started intertwining really well. So then from there I just started doing double boomerang whips, and then just started unhinging my hands, and I basically got it already. So that's basically the way I learned. There's a bunch of other videos that can teach you differently. I feel like those are the most basic ways and easiest to understand. So I don't know, if you don't prefer this video, you can look up a different video. There are going to be links to the videos we use to learn, or at least I used to learn, and I'm going to put some other links for different videos in the description. So yeah, I hope you guys learned how to flail, hopefully, through this tutorial, or at least got the concept of it. So yeah, this is going to be our last tutorial of the night, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to have a session tomorrow. Meet us here at 7, and we'll be doing live shows, and hopefully that turns out well. Alright, it's Yucateco signing out here. Remember, be sublime, I sublime.